there, buddy. You don't look like you follow the institutionalized masculinity model dictated by our society as much as you should. Don't you know that as a biological male with a penis, you have to go along with the gender norms and use your body to do your will? Do you want to learn the secret to becoming more of a man and less of a sissy? Well, it's your lucky day, because we're here to tell you how. This is, after all, only one type of manhood, which we call hegemonic masculinity. This is where you don't show emotion. You must have bulging muscles, and under no circumstances can ever cry or show girly emotions. But we'll get to that later. Let's start off with how to treat and interact with the opposite sex. Do you see those girls over there? Well, good. Part of being a man is going against same-sex desires. You should view men as gay and as a threat to your masculinity, because if they came on to you, you could stop being masculine. It's what I like to call ascribing to homophobia. One thing you need to know is that your masculinity is very precarious. So as I was saying, you look like the looks of those hot tamales. Well, make sure to objectify them. This means looking at them as just an object and not a person. They're what I like to say, male gaze. Stare at them longingly as if you're looking at a car. Make sure they're not a feminist by any means. Feminism is another thing that can make you girly, because the power of being shared with women who are clearly not whole peopled and subordinate to men. This is a system of patriarchy. Now it's time to put the system of patriarchy to use. Go over to them and assert to them that you will make more money than they will, doing half the work. This is one aspect of your male privilege. Remember to express your compulsory dissympathy. Keep looking at them as objects and puff your chest out to prove that you are dominant. Well, that didn't go so well, but it's probably because you don't have enough gender capital. You are too scrawny and don't present yourself masculine enough for the average American male. Don't fret, little guy. Your body is a representation of your will. If you want to get in shape, then get in shape! Whoa, buddy, now that's a man. Now that your body is more muscular and sexualized, you are embodying the hegemonic masculinity I was talking about earlier. You are now doing gender in the proper, normal way. You're still not all the way there yet, fella. Now that you can act and look like a man, it's time you hang out with some of them. This here is Freddie. think is an appropriate homosocial activity that's not gay that you guys can do together? That's right, video games! Video games are a way in which all men can come together and be men without having their masculinity threatened. It's a term that the pros use called masculine socialization. What? You don't like video games? That's not very masculine. Freddie knows this. Freddie, will you show this sissy over here what we do with boys who don't like video games? Do you see now why we play video games? Good. Do you see how the violent representation of manhood displays the hegemonic negotiation? The guy in the game is a real man who, by the way, is a lady killer. Literally. You know what you guys should talk about now? As a means to repair any damage to your psyche, you can talk about your failure with hegemonic masculinity. It is okay to do it as long as you make it into a joke. And don't show any hard feelings. This is called celebrating your subordinate masculinities. You could tell Freddie about how your failure as a man earlier today. And remember, bros before hoes. Whoa, hey, whoa, guys. You don't want to be doing any of this. You don't want to show any homoeroticism. It could look like the two of you are getting it on if another man were to see you. You could ruin his masculinity and yours. This type of denaturalized masculinity could threaten the very foundation of male patriarchy in our country. You brought this upon yourself. Remember what I said in the beginning? You have to fit the social norm for the system to keep on working. You have to be tough, rough, and you have to